And you've probably noticed the gloves are on for this one.
So, people, you heard it there. Mark Sweetman was supposed to box a little bit earlier tonight. Unfortunately, his opponent didn't show up. He's got a real story behind him. He's doing the fight for charity. So, Bad to the Bone veteran in Simmey Doherty has stepped in tonight. This one is an exhibition match, so it will not be scored by the judges. It's to give Sweetman a chance to, get out there and fulfill his ticket sales in order for the money to go to charity. So it's all in good faith.
Fair play to Simmey for doing this. His game is a badge, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Simmey has boxed to a very good level on Bad to the Bone for a number of years now, and he's recently signed to BYB Promotions. He's got a fight coming up in a couple of months, so this is just a little outing for him, and that is why he's wearing his On Clouds and his Nike socks, I think.
we noticed just then.
All of the money from Sweetman's ticket sales are going to Royal Stoke Hospital because he saved his life a few years ago. So fair play to him for putting himself through not only a fight. Of course, he was coming here tonight expecting to fight a fella called Kieran King. King hasn't shown up, but to put himself through the training camp and all that sort of stuff for charity, hats off to him.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I noticed when I see Simmey fight is his footwork's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got really good footwork. For the bare knuckle that Simmey usually does, Simmey's got a funny little shape to him in that he's got quite short arms, but he boxes behind the jab.
Yeah.
And what you'll see that happens with Simmey, you don't see much of it in bare knuckle. He has this jab and grab sort of style. And for a lot of the sort of people who he boxes, a lot of brawlers who come to bare knuckle, they get massively frustrated. And what happens is he fights off that lead jab, and by the time he's landed that jab, he's in on you. So you have to throw short punches to match where his jab is coming from, so he can get that jab out fast. And it's sort of like he has a style of boxing that is very suited to his shape and size, to his measurements.
Yeah, it's very hard to land an exchange on Simmey. He's either stuffed you or he's out there with his footwork.
Exactly, yeah. Any other man throwing a jab from the distance that he's throwing would, they'd be smothering their work. Yeah. But he's in close throwing that jab, and then when you try and throw something short, he's clinching. Yeah. And it frustrates people massively in their bare knuckle. And as the fight goes on, he started getting a bit desperate. In his last fight, the fella was fuming. He was fuming, and towards the end of each round, you could see the frustration building up on Simmey's opponent, and he was shrugging his shoulders and being like, for God's sake sort of business. And the rounds weren't that wide, but every time you end the round and you look to the judges and you look like, oh man, why am I even here tonight? I'll give it to Simmey.
Yeah, of course he will.
He's got a good ring IQ that you don't see much of in the bare knuckle.
And with that particular opponent, Simmey would never take that chance because Levechi was always known to be a big hitter.
Yeah, exactly.
So of course he's going to jab and stuff.
Simmey with a lot more experience here than Sweetman, but as I say, he's in here to give him that luck tonight and let him fulfill his ticket sales. And fair play to Sweetman, your opponent's dropped out, and even if it all is the exhibition and in good faith, massive step up in opposition here to even just get in and have a play around with.
Absolutely, he's landing some success. I like his jabs, his fade into the body, landing high. He's doing well.
Nice bit of head movement there in the corner from Simmey. Ooh. And a lovely bit of footwork just to turn his man around. Get out of that corner.
Lovely job for Sweetman then.
Yeah, nice job.
Both showing each other a bit of respect here.
So the rest of our bare knuckle fights tonight are all scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Of course, we are in the bare knuckle section of the card. This one just scheduled for 2 rounds as an exhibition match, and it won't go to the judges' scorecards.
again, as mentioned earlier, Simon just constantly moving with his footwork.
He brings an amateur pedigree to bare knuckle that you don't see it. You see high-level boxing like Scott McHugh and all that sort of stuff. You see them using a plethora of tools to help them in there. But a lot of bare knuckle boxers are brawlers, big heavy hitters that are looking for that one big shot. So it's nice to see when you get a bit of finesse in there.
Yeah, I mean, I always say the boxers who transfer to bare knuckle are always the best bare knuckle fighters, the ones who actually maintain the principles of boxing: good footwork, tight guard, stiff jab.
Simmey trying to talk to the commentary booth. What have I been doing? Not much, mate. Calling a few fights. What have you been doing? I seen you drinking about 20 minutes ago.
I can confirm that. I just loved it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain I saw Simmey having a couple of pints earlier. In a sense, you know, I feel a bit frustrated for Sweetman with the circumstances as to what has happened tonight. He was coming for a proper tear-up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced that in the bare knuckle, but I used to do a bit of MMA for British Fighting Championships. I had an opponent pull out on the day. There's nothing more frustrating, really. You go through 8 to 10 week fight camp, you're putting everything into it, and then the opponent doesn't even have decency to turn in on the day. Very frustrating.
Yeah, opponents missing weight, opponents not like pulling out last minute. Opponents pulling out on a day is one of the worst things you can go through, especially if you've already made weight. Like if you've had to cut a bit of weight and you put your body through the training camp, you've motivated yourself to get off through that. Arguably, you know, if you're cutting a lot of weight, that's the hardest part of the whole thing. Like you're thinking, I'll just get this weight cut out of the way, and then I get to fight. Simmey got caught with a nice little shot there by Sweetman.
Yeah, he did.
Some of the most unique shorts I've ever seen. Sweetman's got good footwork here.
Yeah, he has. He's getting in nicely there.
He pivots in nicely when he wants to throw an uppercut.
Nice high guard followed by the jab.
Last 10. A lot of respect there between them two. As I say, this one won't go to a judge's scorecards, but we'll hang it back over to our MC, Danny Bowers.
Again, huge respect to both of these guys. One for obviously Mark should be having a fight earlier. Simmey for stepping in and getting in the ring. He just loves scrapping, don't you, mate? No. But as it was an exhibition boxing match, we really appreciate the fact that Simmey stepped in. Like I say, Mark's doing it for a great cause. And he'll be back again. I know he will. He's got it in him now. 2 years out, he's ready for it. Well done, pal. So fair play to both fighters as well there. Massive respect. Simmey was in a big camp. Both fighters, Mark Sweetman, Simmey Doherty, who's in his own camp at the minute. So fair play for stepping in.